Ooh, it's a bit chilly, even though the weather forecast suggests that it's dangerous weather. It's going to be really hot, dangerous weather, temperature up to 30 degrees. I've walked around in 45 degrees in Vegas. You know what? Don't they make you laugh? Anyway, that's not why we're here today. We're here because I'm talking about my Taycan again, but also a little bit more than that, because this Taycan's had a lot of recalls since I've had it. I keep saying it's had more recalls than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, that was funny the first time I said it, not so much now, unless you've not heard it before. Anyway, it's not just Porsche that have had these recalls. A lot of motor manufacturers that are producing electric cars, electric vehicles, EVs, whatever you want to call them. It's funny actually, because the Skoda over there, he's just gone to that charger there. It's not working, and he's drove over to the other charger now. Anyway, where was I? So a lot of these motor manufacturers are bringing these vehicles out, and they're having lots of issues with their cars, having lots of recalls, problems with the batteries, etc. The Taycan, the first generation one, has a problem with the battery on it. I've done a video on that one. If you've not seen it, have a look. I'll put the link at the end and in the description down below and up here as well. And a lot of owners of the first generation Taycan are waiting for their recall, and they're also waiting as well for software updates, because rather than replace the batteries, etc., I think they're trying to fix it with a software update. It makes me a bit dubious, that does. But it's not just me that's had these issues with the Taycan. I'm on some Taycan forums, and it's quite interesting. I've had lots of issues with this car. I will state, however, I do love Porsche. I absolutely adore Porsche, and I feel for the motor manufacturers, because I feel that the powers that be, the governments, are pushing this agenda, this EV agenda and this net zero agenda, etc., onto these motor manufacturers, and also onto the customers and the consumers as well. And they're saying 2030, that's it. And these motor manufacturers are having to rush to get their cars out, their electric cars, to hit that date. And I think if you rush in something, you know it's not going to be right. You can't rush building a car or making a car and designing a car, etc. That's why I think 2030 myself should be scrapped. Anyway, in today's video, I'm just going to show you a couple of comments and a few comments, and one video that this lady had posted from America that she's had with her Taycan, and she said at the end of it, she says, "I'm done with this." I'll put poo emoji or whatever, you know. She's done with it, she's had enough. And I think the problem we're going to get is, I believe, and I might be wrong, let me know in the comment section down below, if the government keeps pushing this agenda upon these motor manufacturers, we're not going to really be left with any motor manufacturers. We're going to end up with China throwing all their cars on us, and our motor manufacturers, our European ones, are not going to be around. My friend David Joyce has a view on that, and I'm going to have a word with him in a future video about that, by the way, because I spoke to him on the phone today and I thought actually kind of makes sense. Anyway, that's where we're going to go today. I'm going to show you a few of these issues that Porsche has had, but it's not just Porsche. And I will state, I love Porsche. Porsche as a brand has been fantastic. For me, they've been renowned for building cars that don't go wrong, and it really gets to me, and I feel for them now that they're having so many recalls. Allegedly, when Porsche first brought one of their cars out, they shipped them to America. This might be wrong, by the way, and it might just be hearsay or whatever you call it. What's the word I'm looking for? When they shipped their cars first to the States, to America, they didn't send many spare parts, and they got back to Porsche and said, "Well, where are the spare parts?" And Porsche said, "You won't need any, our cars don't go wrong." And back in the day, they very rarely went wrong. My Boxsters that I had, never ever had an issue with them. The build quality was superb, and the issues that I've had with this Taycan, I don't think I've had any other car that's been back into the garage as much as this car. Luckily, it's on lease and it'll go back. Gen 2 is a lot better, the Generation 2, you know, and that's what I'm saying. They need longer to actually make these things better and perfect them. You can't just let the consumers be beta testers for these cars. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Hit the subscribe button. I'll run the intro and I'll just read you these things from the forums, and also play you a video of this lady that's had an issue, and I feel for her, really, I do. I hope she's leased it and not bought it. So without further ado, my friends, let's go. Together in electric dreams, we'll always be together. I don't think it's electric dreams, is it? Right, let's get down to business. So this is a forum that I'm in, a Taycan, Porsche Taycan forum. What I will say is, though, that you will be in a lot of these forums, you may be in a lot of these forums and see these forums, and it's only the people that are having issues that complain. If they don't have any issues, they probably don't complain. So there is that. I'll give a balanced opinion there, okay, a balanced view. And I will say, in Porsche's defence, Porsche UK, if you're watching, with the dealerships, with your dealerships that I've dealt with, Leeds, South Lakes, and Nottingham, obviously, who I bought all my cars from, they've been superb. So, especially Martin at Porsche Nottingham, hi, if you're watching, do me a good deal, keep that deal. Right, anyway, let's get down to business, because I need to get out of this without paying a fortune. Right, I've seen people post about having appointments for battery recall work to be done, but my OPC, official Porsche Centre, are saying there is no fix for it yet and don't have a timescale yet, but hopefully by the end of the year there will be a software update. What work are people on here having done? Is it module replacement for batteries that have been flagged already? I saw someone say that they had some software installed and blocked them from charging above 80%. I've had my software installed. It doesn't block you from charging to 80%, not the one I've had installed anyway. It's absolutely fine. I've charged above and I'm still here, and it's not burst into flames. I also heard someone say that the dealers have beta software that they're trialling on their fleet cars. Why is it always check again next month with this recall and everything is just rumours and misinformation? And then there's a little symbol there, which is obviously from his Porsche app, that tells you about your recalls, etc. And then it goes down to some of the comments, and I won't put the guy's surname, but James's name is, says, I suspect that they are trying to find a way not to have to replace the battery in its entirety, but who knows? And then there's some other comments here as well. It says, spoke to Porsche Tonbridge yesterday. They said there will be remote patches and monitoring, but there's no need to bring it in for that recall yet. And then we've got a mark here as well. My car is currently with Porsche for this nearly 4 weeks now. It's already been in once for the same recall, and it had some batteries replaced. I've been told that I don't need a further battery charge, but just a software update. They tell me Porsche are releasing the software today to address the issue. It's unclear if a full fix or a temporary fix, if it's a full fix or a temporary fix. I'll hopefully find out today, this week, if the software is actually available, which I'm very dubious about. Now, also, I'm in another forum, and this lady's had an issue with her car, and it's an engine control error. And I'm going to play you a video now of this lady who's having a problem with her car. And I feel for her, I really do, because she says she says more errors today. I'll play you the video in a minute, only in reverse, and I'm able to replicate the problem. It's been in the shop over 4 months now in total since I bought it in October. Needless to say, I'm over this. And then rude word. So here's the video.
So I was able to duplicate the problem again. I had to go in reverse twice, but I got the error to come back. So I'm going to put it in park, and it will not let me put it in park. So this is what it'll keep doing every time. I know it's a little blurry, but so there we go. So you see, trying to put it in park, can't do anything. So I'll shut the vehicle off. Can't do anything. There's the transmission failure again. I try to put it in drive. I can't go anywhere, so trying to give it some power. Won't do anything. Can't reverse. Can't go forward. And cannot put it in park.
Right, so there's the video. I do feel for her. I mean, you buy a car that's over 100 grand. Some of them are 160. It's ridiculous prices. Then there's another guy here, John his name is. After a year and 19,000 miles of trouble-free ownership, the dreaded red error of battery death popped up. The dealership is waiting for Porsche NA to tell them how to proceed with the repairs. Been without it for 16 days so far and no end in sight. What's the longest you've been with your car in service? And then the answer to that is without car for 6 months in the dealership in Greece. I hope the best for you. 1 month with a loaner. I didn't care because I had a loaner, but then the rude word is so annoying. And then another guy here, 2 months here, called Porsche and asked them for compensation. They gave me 10 grand. Really? I didn't get 10 grand. Porsche, can I have to give me the 10 grand? It'll pay my car off. Had to replace rear wheel drive on my Turbo S, 80 grand in repairs, all under warranty. Thank goodness. Or it's blasphemy there, I've not said that. So there we go, absolute madness. And I do feel for the motor dealers and the motor manufacturers and also the people that own the cars as well. And it's down to the powers that be pushing this agenda upon us. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm going to give a balanced view on it. To be fair, I've had a lot of recalls on my car. I'm not going to say that I haven't had the red display of death yet, because I don't want it to happen. I don't want to tempt fate. I've only got 2 or 3 more months with this car. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, what you think about the EV agenda, where 2030, where you're not going to get any choice but to purchase a brand new, if you want a brand new electric car, that's what you're going to have, because you can't have a petrol, a brand new one after that one. You might be an evangelist. Let me know in the comment section down below. You might agree. You might say, well, I think it's right. I think it should be all electric. And then you might think, well, I think it should be extended to 2040 and give the motor manufacturers time to perfect these vehicles. Thank you very much for watching. Do give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.